The Murderer, third of a series of broadcasts by Mr. Robert Southey, the distinguished crime novelist. Mr. Southey.
Good evening. We know that in the majority of cases, murder is enacted on the spur of the moment and without consideration of consequence. Between the thought and the deed, there has passed only the shortest interval of time. Tonight, I'm going to speak about premeditated murder. Few murders will be committed if they were planned, since over the planning will inevitably hover the shadow of retribution. It is fear, not conscience, that makes cowards of us. There are not many who have the nerve and the ability to carry out the perfect crime. For to murder with malice or forethought requires resource and skill in planning, and something of the novelist's ingenuity of invention.
I wanted to listen, John.
Sorry.
Why don't you like Robert?
Several reasons. One thing, he doesn't like me.
Don't think he ever mentions you.
No, he wouldn't. The only people in existence, as far as Robert's concerned, are the people who do like him. Otherwise, to waste his valuable time with those who can see through him.
John, there are two sides to Robert. The rather superior side that you don't like is just his armor. Underneath, he's quite a sensitive, fine person. If you knew him as well as I do, I think you'd agree with me.
Rubbish. He's just a melodramatic sensationalist. Shallow as ditch water. There isn't a particle of him that isn't reflected in his writing.
I thought you'd never read anything of Robert's.
Well, I've read a chapter or two of one of his books.
Well, before you start making a character analysis from his writings, I suggest you read more than a chapter or two.
What a title.
What's wrong with it? It's from Othello. I think it's his best.
Arise, Black Vengeance. Sounds pretty corny to me. I think I'd better start writing novels myself. Some people seem to be able to get away with it.
Some people can write them.
Good night, Linda.
Good night, John.
Evening, Mr. Southey. Evening. Good evening. Evening, Mr. Southey. Have you any letters?
Robert.
I know, don't tell me.
I will, you're late.
Oh, why do we give these press parties?
Why don't you turn up to them? I've been making excuses for you for the last hour and a half.
But that's what a good secretary's for. Did you tell him I was with my publisher?
I said excuses.
Come on, in with you. Well, I can't even begin to apologize. Well, you'd better begin soon, Robert. We're just going.
Oh. Well, what's the great author got to say for himself?
How delighted he is to be placed in his proper category for once. Thank you, Jim.
You know everybody, don't you, Robert?
Yes, I feel quite at home. Like Daniel in the lion's den.
I'm sure nobody's going to tear you to pieces.
Well, somebody ought to, on principle.
Stop you from getting too conceited, Robert.
Oh, no. Conceit's the monopoly of the critics, who advise the public on how novels should be written if only they'd thought of them first. I shall print that. Yes, do that, George. I thought of it coming up in the lift.
Well, what's going to be your next book, Mr. Southey?
Well, we don't know yet, do we, Linda?
You're sticking to crime, of course.
No, crime's sticking to us. It dogs our footsteps, haunts us when we're asleep, and lurks at our bedsides waiting for us to wake up. Doesn't it, Linda?
Glad you put it in the plural, especially the noun.
No, Linda has an overdeveloped moral sense. She lived in an age when the word bed was considered highly improper. She died 50 years ago. But she's feeling much better now, aren't you, dear?
Robert, why weren't you on the stage?
Well, I was once, but I discovered that I like eating as well as resting.
I cannot imagine Robert failing at anything.
Don't take him seriously, Inspector, especially when he's being modest. He once told me that he was a better actor than he was a writer. Let me give you another drink.
Oh, thank you. Have you seen John Harrison lately?
Yes, I saw him a few days ago.
Thank you.
I'm meeting him tonight. Excuse me.
Certainly.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Why do you want to write in the first person, Mr. Starr?
Person I have the greatest admiration for, Miss Granville. Goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Trent.
Goodbye, Mr. Starfley.
Goodbye, thank you for coming. I said somebody giving you a lift.
No, I've got my own car. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for everything. Goodbye.
Oh, well, that's that. Oh, sorry, Mac. I expect you've been bored to tears.
Not at all. By the way, I thought you told me you'd never been in the States.
I haven't.
This was taken in New York, isn't it? New York in the States?
Oh, no. New York is a country surrounded by America. Did you read Limelight Murder?
I did.
Yeah, what do you think of it?
Not up to standard. It's too improbable, Robert. The solution's obvious from the very beginning.
Well, the obvious isn't always right in murder.
But the improbable never is. You best get a little experience of crime detection firsthand before you begin your next book.
From Scotland Yard.
Aye. Hard facts against psychological deduction.
I'd hate to embarrass you by solving the crime before you did.
That sounds like a challenge.
One of these days, my lad, I'm going to deflate that ego of yours.
You never will, I promise you.
Good night, Mac. Good night to you.
Good night, Inspector. Well, does that conclude my secretarial duties for the night?
Yes, and thank you for keeping the wolves at bay.
You mean the lions? When are we going to start some work?
What a horrible thought.
When are we?
Starting work. When I can think of something to write about.
We haven't dried up.
Oh, that was silly.
Why did you get Mac to let you hold a watching brief on his next case?
Are you suggesting he could teach me anything?
Why not? If I were a writer, that's what I'd do. Something different once in a while. Or I'd take a job to let a little daylight in.
Oh, Linda, surely you don't mean work.
To stop you from getting stale.
My dear girl, the only reason I took up writing was to avoid it.
I very rarely believe you. You're too sheltered. It's a pity you haven't seen a bit more of the seamy side.
Linda, has it ever occurred to you that I might have had a very hard youth?
You'll be telling me next that you write from experience.
Well, I certainly don't write from Inspector McDougal's.
You might do worse. Good night.
Good night, Linda.
It either.
How the devil did you get in here?
Fire escape. I guessed I'd stand a better chance of seeing you that way, Mr. Southby. Remember me? Fenton. Sure you do.
I'll give you a minute to get out of here, Fenton.
Remember Pittsburgh? You were lucky. I got caught. You got away. Now, look at you.
What do you want?
I got 5 years. I used to think a whole lot about you. You know how it is.
Now, you didn't come here to reminisce on your prison experiences. Say what you've come for and get out.
Okay. Some on the other side lent me a book you'd written called No Trace. It had your photograph in it. Boy, did I get a laugh. You built up quite a name. Too bad if something should happen to it. Did you get all this by writing books? Swell. Suppose someone should prove that you'd cashed in on experience. There's a lot of people who'd rather read about you in newspapers than in books cooked up like fiction. Ain't that right, Paul? Pardon me, Shroud. I forgot you changed your name. Me? I've always stuck to the same one. Funny I should keep a letter you wrote me all these years. Then I'm sentimental, I guess. It's a honey. It's about a jewel robbery we pulled in Philly. It's in your handwriting. You were young in those days. Boy, were you young.
Where's the letter?
At my lodgings. Want it?
How much?
£500.
If I give it to you, what guarantee will I have that you'll leave me alone?
You'll have the letter, won't you? There's nothing I can do without that. But I don't have to tell you there's a whole lot I could do with it. Is it a deal?
I'll get you the money.
Okay. Here's what you'll do. Meet me tomorrow at 12 o'clock, see? Here's my address. 2 River Walk, Dockside.
I'm not meeting you there.
Wherever you say.
You know Hyde Park?
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the car park by the Serpentine.
Okay. I'll be seeing you. I'll bring the letter. All tied up with pink ribbon. For luck. Good night, Paul. Pleasant dreams.
Hello? Yes?
What happened to you last night?
Nothing. Why?
I tried to telephone you.
Oh, I didn't get in until late. I was having a drink with John Harrison.
Never mind about that. I want to know how much money I've got in my current account.
I don't know offhand.
Roughly.
But 900, I should think. Do you want me to transfer anything to Capital?
No, I may want it. I'll be out this morning. I'll be back after lunch.
All right, Robert.
Morning, Paul.
We'll skip the social stuff, shall we?
Have you got the...
And the letter?
Seems like you don't trust me, Paul.
Open it up and let me have a look at it.
Sure. Satisfied?
Yes.
Right. Open the packet. 5s? They can be traced, can't they?
They can, but they won't be.
Okay.
Don't let me see any more of you, Fenton.
Threatening me?
Warning you.
Oh. Hello.
May I come in?
Yes, sir. I need even work.
Oh, Robert's not in, is he?
No.
I only wanted to ask about Sheridan tonight. I've got some tickets for the lady in first class.
Well, Robert hasn't done his BBC talk yet. I expect I shall be working late with him.
Oh.
You could drop by later for coffee if you like.
Yes, please. What time does the illustrious Mr. Southey go on the air?
9:30.
I'll be round at 9. You know, I sometimes think I'd stand a better chance if you got a job with somebody else.
Why?
It is Robert, isn't it?
Doesn't even know I exist, so the point doesn't arise. I'm afraid I don't agree with your views on him, John.
Naturally. You're in love with him.
I didn't say it.
Oh, and how's Sergeant Harrison?
All right, thanks.
I'm sorry I can't ask you to stop. I'm rather busy.
That's all right. I was just going anyway.
Linda, I don't know why we have to be afflicted with Sergeant Harrison's company.
He only came in for a moment, Robert.
You're not getting serious with that young man, are you?
No. Why?
I don't want to lose a good secretary, that's all.
Try and get rid of me. Hello, Mr. Southey, secretary speaking.
Southey there?
What name is it, please?
I want to talk to Mr. Southey.
Yes, but what name shall I say? Just a moment. To you, Robert. He won't give a name.
Hello, Southey speaking. Who is that?
Hello, Paul. This is your old buddy here again.
Boy, I can't help remembering those
Fenton. You've got your money. I've told you I don't want to hear any more from you.
Take it easy, Paul. I've got other ideas. You want to take another gander at that letter?
It cost me quite a few bucks to get it copied.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's a phony, Paul. You're slipping. You'd have never fallen for that one in Philly.
Why, you dirty rat.
Take it easy. You want to be like me, Paul. Never trust nobody. Anyways, I've got the original, and you've got just one day to come across with another $5,000. You have my address, I gave it you. 2 River Walk, Dockside. Okay?
I'll see you in hell before you get one more cent.
Friend of yours?
Everybody's a friend of mine, babe.
What engagements have I got, Linda?
You were seeing your publishers at 3, you're down for cocktails with Lady Mitford at 6, and then there's your broadcast at 9:30.
Well, cancel Lady Mitford and tell Gilling I can't make it today.
Tomorrow?
No. It'll leave it till Friday.
We don't carry a large stock, sir. We usually make to order, except for very minor artists. What particular character would you be playing?
Well, I haven't decided yet.
But surely the beard.
But whatever it is, I'm going to wear a beard. Now, ever since I was 3, I've always longed to wear a beard. Oh, that the slave had 40,000 lives. One is too weak, too poor for my revenge. How's that?
Quite good, sir, if I may say so.
How nice of you.
Not at all, sir. The effect is just vaguely ferocious. Exactly what is wanted for the part, I should say.
Exactly. I'll take that one.
Very good, sir. Your name, sir?
George Dunn.
And the company, sir? We don't supply to private individuals.
Of course, the London Repertory Players.
Thank you, sir. That would be £3. Shall I forward the count?
No, I'll pay for it. I'll take it with me, too.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. The slave had 40,000 lives. Amateur.
Soon's gallows, please.
Good afternoon, sir. I had no idea you were coming down. There's very little in the way of food.
That's all right. I'll get something from the village later.
Will you be staying long, sir?
A day or two. I'll come down to your house if I want you for anything.
Very good, sir.
And will you telephone my secretary?
Certainly.
Tell her where I am. And ask Cranshaw from the garage to take the car in tonight. The brakes need looking at.
Very good, sir.
Brakes are a bit slack. Have a look at them, will you? Here are the keys. Right, I'll bring you back in the morning. Thank you.
Oh, operator. Operator. Evening. Got a room vacant?
Yes. How long do you want it for?
Hey, operator, call that number for me again, will you please? See if I like it first, shall I? No reply. Well, there must be somebody there. Call them again, will you, please?
Here it is. The best I can do.
Lovely. Just like home.
30 bob a week, bed and breakfast, clean sheets once a fortnight, clean towel once a week.
Yeah, there's luxury for you.
In advance. And get your change. Got any luggage?
No, I'll have to go back to the ship for that.
If you want a bath, it's sixpence extra. You'll find it at the end of the passage.
Yeah, bars don't fuss me.
What's your name?
Albert Genders.
You better sign the book when you come down. It's in the hall.
Okie doke, I'll find it.
Okay, I'll call it later.
Hello, just arrived.
That's right.
Give us a light, will you?
Boy, what a telephone service. You know something? I've been trying to call a guy on that telephone since 6 o'clock.
Well, he's probably out.
Oh, no, he wouldn't be out. I know he wouldn't because...
Well?
That'd be telling. Say, who are you, anyhow?
A new lodger.
Come and have a drink.
Well, that'll be nice now,
Not
won't it?
you.
Thanks.
Fine gentleman you are, aren't you?
Make yourself at home. What boat are you on? Boy, is this a dump. Yeah, but I don't have to stay here. What boat did you say you was off?
I didn't.
Here's your drink. Hey, what is this? Why did you lock that door? Say something, you don't stand there like a dummy. Well, what's got into you? I brought you here to have a drink, didn't I? Oh, I get it. I know what you're after. But, brother, are you going to be unlucky?
You've got a bad memory, Fenton. Take a good look.
Paul,
You're slipping. You'd never have fallen for this infamy.
what's the idea?
Where's the letter?
You won't find it.
Where is it? And the money.
Okay. It's in the drawer. Look here, sir.
Where's the money?
Under the mattress of the bed.
You're dangerous, Fenton. With or without that letter, you're dangerous.
No. No, Paul. Oh, you can't. Look, here's what I'll do. I'll do it. I'll do anything. No. Paul! Oh.
handcuffed there. He's a drunk, see?
Oh,
If he bothers you, let me know.
I don't think he will.
And don't forget to sign the book.
Mike! He's dead! He's murdered!
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mrs. Green.
Brought your car back?
Thank you. I'm going back to town this morning.
Oh, well, that's a short stay.
Well, I'm starting work on a new novel. I shall need my secretary.
Well, I rang her up.
Thank you.
Did you have a good night, sir?
Excellent.
Good.
I'll be down again in about 10 days, Mrs. Green.
All right.
Goodbye.
I think you'll find she's all right now, sir.
Good. How much do I owe you?
15 bob, sir.
Keep the change.
Thank you, sir.
Do you want a lift?
Yes, please.
Good morning. Hello, Mac. What's the trouble?
Murder, Robert.
Really?
Last night a man was murdered in the Dockside district. I've been called in. I'm right down there now, so I thought I'd look by and see if you'd care to come and watch a real police investigation.
Whose idea is this?
Yours. You've been telling me how clever you are for so long. I'm giving you a chance to apply some of these magnificent theories of yours. Quite unofficially, I understand.
Quite. Are you suggesting I might help you discover the murderer?
Aye, you might.
Now's your chance, Robert. Show them.
Good morning.
You find everything in order?
Good. You're the landlady?
I am.
Rotan's nice there, sir. Oh, that's not quite in order. There's this bearded fellow.
Aye, agendas, you said.
Yes, inside the book, and he hasn't been back.
Oh.
Will you look at the body now, sir?
No. I'll let my breakfast set up for a wee while yet.
I've got the doctor's report. Death was instantaneous.
Mm-hmm. Did you find the knife?
Yes.
I want to talk to everyone in the house. No one has to leave. I'll start with you, ma'am, and then I'll see the lassie that found the body. Do you mind if I use your room? You're Mrs.
Finch.
Thank you, ma'am. Sit down, please. I'm Inspector McDougall, and this is Mr. Southley, one of my junior assistants. How many lodgers have you, Mrs. Finch?
Well, I've an old lady on the second floor. She was out when it happened, and a young lady on the same floor.
She was in.
She was the one what found the body.
Why? Anybody else?
No one except the bearded fellow. I told the other copper. The other policeman about. He come in about 10 and left half an hour later.
Which room did you give him?
The one next to the murdered man.
He went out, and that was the last you saw of him.
That's right. Except I met him on the stairs when I heard Maisie scream.
Can you describe him to me?
Why, yes, he was,
Go on.
he was a seaman, he said. He wore a cap and a seaman's coat. He looked like a seaman.
How tall was he, Mrs. Finch?
Well, he was,
About my height?
no, I should say he was about the height of,
Did you notice anything unusual about him? And the way he behaved?
no, I can't say I did, except he didn't have no luggage. But he paid in advance to give me £2.
Have you got the note still?
They went towards the gas bill. I paid it this morning. But mind you, I'd recognise him if I saw him.
Even without his beard?
I'm sure I would.
How long had Fenton been with you, Mrs. Finch?
About a couple of weeks.
What do you call him? A desirable character?
Desirable. Huh.
A loose liver, that's what he was, drunk morning, noon and night.
Did he have any men friends?
Not to my knowledge.
What about the young lady that lives on the same floor? Was she a friend of his?
So-so.
How friendly is so-so?
Well...
Ah.
Oh, it's not that sort of house, if that's what you're thinking. No funny business.
Thank you, Mrs. Finch. That'll be all for now.
You won't keep the corpse hanging around too long, will you? I want to let the room when it's out.
We'll endeavour to have it removed as expeditiously as possible.
Will you see the girl now, sir?
Aye, bring her in. Oh, sit you down, Miss...
Phelps is the name, and I'd rather stand if you don't mind.
Please yourself, lassie. Please yourself. Now...
Well, of all people.
You know Mr. Southey?
No, but I've got a picture of him. Mark Fenton gave it to me.
Bring it to me, please.
Oh, anything to oblige. Oh, sorry.
Fenton seems to have been a fan of yours, Robert.
I think my work has a fairly universal appeal.
I wonder where I came across your picture.
Probably newspaper cutting.
Queer the way she recognised you so quickly.
I don't think my face is entirely unfamiliar to the public.
That's one thing I like about you, Robert. Your modesty.
Thanks. Here we are.
Oh, thank you. No trace. One of the few I haven't read, Robert.
You have a treat in store, Mac.
Now, Miss Phelps, I understand you found Fenton's body. I want you to tell me just what happened. Think carefully and take your time.
Well, Mike invited this bloke in to have a drink, see? He asked me too, but I never touched the stuff, you know.
No.
Well, when I got back to my room, I thought I'd drop a few lines to my old man. He gets very lonely, you know.
Your husband?
My father, he's got another 18 months to go.
Oh.
Well, as I'd run out of notepaper...
Yes, Miss Phelps, but what happened when he went to Fenton's room?
Well, I knocked on the door and there was no reply. I could hear the bearded man talking to Mrs. Finch on the stairs, but, you know, I never thought anything about it at the time.
Naturally.
I called out, Mike, this is Maisie, but not a sound. Well, as he'd come in plastered that night, I thought he'd passed out or something. Anyway, and I went. Well, you can imagine, can't you? There he was, over by the curtains, with his throat slit from his ear to his ear, and he was grinning something awful.
You must allow a little for poetic license. Did you not speak to the bearded man?
I said hello when he came in.
Had you seen him before?
No, never.
Are you sure?
I said no, didn't I?
Thank you, Miss Phelps. If I want you again, I'll send for you. Oh, well, I think I'll take a look at the murdered man. Send out Jender's description right away and have him picked up for questioning.
Very good.
Finished? Not quite, sir. Nice, clean job.
Fenton drank a lot.
Aye, so they say.
But why not pay a visit to his local? We might find out something about him. Description's been broadcast, sir.
Right, you can get the body away. Carefully, don't disturb anything. I'll be back later. Did you find any money?
It's only a few shillings.
Oh, can you tell me what club Fenton used, Mum?
I think it's the Cannon. It's the one round the corner.
I think I'll just have a word with the constable on the beat.
Right, you know where to find me. That was a good idea, Robert.
Yes, sir, he was in and out of here every night. Only one night we didn't see much of him. That was Monday. He dodged in just before closing time.
Did he ever mention anyone he knew by name?
No, I don't think so. Last few days he was leading off about some big business deal he had on, but he never said who with.
Did he get plenty of money?
Quite a bit. Tuesday lunchtime he came in here with a roll of notes, that thing.
Fivers?
No, sir. Pounds.
I suppose he didn't say any more about this business, do you?
Not a word. And I didn't say anything.
Did he ever come in here with anyone? A man?
No, only Maisie Phelps. Off it.
Drink, Harrison?
Oh, thanks. Bit of me.
Did you get anything from the policeman, son?
No, not much. He seems to remember Fenton quite well, though. Nearly ran him in for drunkenness on Sunday night.
That's life, isn't it?
Private butter, please.
Yes, sir. Good day, sir.
Well, have we succeeded in giving the great Mr. Southey food for thought?
Yes, Mac. I think you have.
Coming back to the house.
Now, let's get along. I have some work to do.
Have you the motive figured out yet?
Of course. Robbery. Elementary.
Too bad there's nothing in this Spitax, that magnificent brain of yours.
Too bad. The main story is laid in London's East End, against the drab background of Dockside. The scene is a dingy boarding house, to which Inspector McTavish, a competent but unimaginative CID man, accompanied by Stephen Gilchrist, a brilliant crime reporter, now proceed.
May I make a suggestion, Robert?
No, you mayn't. Don't interrupt. This is a story of a perfect crime. The story of a man who came in the night, killed, and vanished into thin air, and was never seen again.
Aren't you anticipating things a bit?
What do you mean?
Well, if the story is based on the Fenton case, surely it's a bit early to say, isn't it?
Now, Linda, if I have to wait to finish my book until McDougal has blundered his way through, I can see a very lean time ahead in the way of royalties. Besides, McDougal gets a weekly salary, and I don't. In any case, I'd be very surprised if he arrived at anything.
I'm sorry.
Well, what is this brilliant idea?
Well, you'll probably think it's a bit far-fetched.
Well, I've already steeled myself to that conclusion. What is it?
Well, how about making the crime reporter the murderer? I mean, you can still let him get away with it if you want to, but it would be rather ingenious, don't you think? He'd be investigating a murder that he himself had committed. Oh, you don't think much of it?
I'm thinking a great deal, Linda. It's stretching plausibility too far. I write about things that could happen and do happen.
Yes, Robert. Thought of the title yet?
Yes. I'm going to call it Murder by the Book.
That's good. I don't quite see the connection, but it sounds all right.
You probably never will. Now, the first suspect was described by the landlady. He was a man of about 40, 6 foot tall, and, he wore a beard.
I want all boats watched, especially those taken on new cruise. Have Jensen's description circulated to our report. Right, sir. Anything from the autopsy?
A little knife was the cause of death.
That was pretty obvious. What about fingerprints?
They're checking them now.
Anything else?
Yes, Fenton was a steward on the Curaçao cargo boat. Arrived at Southampton 3 weeks ago and sailed again the day before yesterday.
Yes? Mr. Southey to see you, sir.
Oh, sure, man.
Thank you, Constable. Good evening, Mac.
Hi.
Any developments?
No, we're getting on a slow, plodding way, you know. Sit you down, man.
No, I can't stay. I'm just hoping to give you some moral encouragement.
Very kind of you, Robert. I notice you haven't contributed anything much yet. Isn't the case worthy of your specialised talents?
On the contrary. But there isn't very much to go on at the moment, is there? Or what is there?
It's mostly routine at this stage. Very dull, Robert. Waiting for you to contribute some exciting psychological deductions.
Any news of the bearded gentleman?
No, not yet.
I have a feeling Miss Phelps might have been a bit more helpful. You haven't spoken to her again, I suppose?
No. I was sort of a bit reticent where the police are concerned. You think she could add a little more light to our bearded friend?
Well, I think she must have known something about Fenton's background. She must have known he had money, for instance.
That's true.
You think she had something to do with the murder?
Well, if we'll agree that robbery was the motive, yes.
Aye, she did close up a little when we mentioned the seaman. I suppose they could have been in it together.
She might be worth watching, sir.
Well, put Stevens down there, Harrison. You can take a room and get to know the girl. She might give us a better lead.
Very good.
Now, leave it to Southey, gentlemen. Just thought I'd put you on the right track. Good night.
Aye, put him through. The reason I rang, I don't know whether it's of any importance, but it might help you check Fenton's movements on Monday night.
Yeah?
Fellow was in here just after you left. Saw him getting in a taxi cab about 8 o'clock.
Did he know the driver?
No, but that oughtn't to be difficult. The rank's only in the next street. First on the right as you go out of here. Wyndham Street.
Right. Oh, well, what about this fellow who tipped you off? I'd like to have a word with him.
He won't have that. He's rather shy.
Oh, I see. Well, it may not be necessary. Thanks, anyway. Good day, sir.
Off? Yes, please. Right.
End of chapter 1. Not bad. I must say I feel a bit sorry for Maisie.
Why?
Did you put up the idea that she was connected with the murder to Inspector McDougal?
Yes, I did.
What does McDougal say?
He thinks it's feasible. Thanks.
As far as I was concerned, I've got a much better idea if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, go ahead. I don't suppose I have any piece till I do.
Well, I think that we're looking for a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of person.
Well, what about it?
Suppose gender doesn't exist.
Linda, you sound like one of those irritating people who go about prattling that Shakespeare was Bacon.
I think he was.
Oh, Linda.
I wonder why the most obvious solution hasn't occurred to anybody but me. On the face of it, Genders was incredibly stupid. He came in and booked a room. He left and didn't come back. Yet if he murdered Fenton, he obviously planned it. Well, that doesn't suggest that he was stupid, does it?
Well, go on.
Put yourself in his place. What would you do if you planned to murder somebody nobody knew you were connected with in surroundings where you were unknown? You'd create a new character, wouldn't you? A character that could cease to exist the moment you wanted it to.
Well, how would I do that?
Simple. By removing and destroying the false beard and clothes that identified you at the scene of the crime.
Linda, are you trying to help me or Inspector McDougal?
Trying to solve this murder.
I certainly won't do it by soaring into lurid flights of fantasy.
Don't you think anything of it is a story idea?
Not very much, no.
But if the beard were a disguise, it could turn out to be anybody. Think of the rope that would give you.
The what?
The rope.
You mean scope, don't you?
Well, scope's the same thing.
Not quite. Anyway, it's not the kind of scope I want for my novel. Now, come on, let's get down to some work. Now, take the top copy and pencil in my corrections. Now, Clinton was a petty crook, a confidence man with several convictions against him. Since we've discovered he's an American, we may as well stick to fact and keep him as one. So his convictions took place in America.
Is that your passenger?
Yes, that's him.
He was an American.
Yes. What happened to him?
It was taken out to a performance of a certain operation.
Doesn't seem to have done him much good, does it?
Mr. Craig drove Fenton to the corner of Connaught Square and Seymour Street, sir.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was a bit doubtful about picking him up. He'd have skinful by the look of him.
You sure that's a man?
Oh, I'm certain.
Thank you, that's all.
Okay, cop. Good night, sir.
McDougal here. It's the commissioner. No, sir. No trace of the seaman, no. Harrison? Yes, sir. We've just found out that Fenton was in the Connaught Square district the night before he was murdered. Yes. I'll get on with that, sir. Good night.
Hello, Robert.
Solid little den, isn't it? Harrison's choice, I suppose.
And mine. It's cheap and the food's good. Have some tea?
No, thanks. You waiting for Harrison?
Pot of tea for two, nothing to eat. Yes, I am, as a matter of fact.
Linda, I came along because I want to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rather anxious that you shouldn't discuss the novel with anyone.
I never discuss your business, Robert. Here's John now.
Sorry, I'm late. That's quite all right.
The commissioner's not very pleased with us.
Why not?
We're not progressing fast enough. No news of genders. The only fresh thing we've discovered is that Fenton took a taxi to the corner of Connaught Square on Monday night.
On Robert's doorstep. Looks bad.
What about my suggestion?
Oh, frankly, I don't think that'll land us very far. We're in touch with the FBI now to find out if they know anything about Fenton.
I still think my idea was the best.
Oh, what was that?
Well, Linda thinks that the seaman wore a false beard. Poor Linda.
I don't think it's so very funny. Do you, John?
Well, when Linda was 16, she came across a similar situation in Peg's paper, and it impressed her very much. She's now had the temerity to suggest it for my novel. Naturally, I turned it down. If you've prepared yourself with these scintillating flashes, Linda, I'll see you in the morning as usual at 10 a.m. Good night. I'll take your seat.
That's all right. That sounded rather like an ultimatum.
I have a nasty feeling that you're laughing at me, too.
I am not. I've been joined in laugh with Robert on principle.
I think I'll make some investigations on my own.
Look, let's leave it to tomorrow, shall we? We're off duty.
All right.
In fact, that beard idea would be worth thinking about.
Yes, but remember that I happen to have thought of it. Thanks.
You wouldn't be working for the police as well as your boss, would you?
I told you I'm working for Mr. Southcliffe.
What was he doing up here with all them coppers?
getting materials of a novel he's writing.
Oh, yeah.
He thought if I came to see you by myself, that you might say more to me than you would to the police.
Oh.
I'm trying to help him solve this crime before they do. There's a sort of rivalry between him and the inspector.
I don't like policemen. I don't believe in telling them too much. If I gave you a bit extra grist, would you be willing to pay me for it?
Oh, I think so.
I don't want to get mixed up in anything, you know.
Don't worry, you won't.
Well, I can tell you this much. Mike's been in touch with someone. A bit out of his class, he sounded to me. I know because I heard him talking to him on the phone the other night. And he sounded ever so mad.
Did Mike tell you what it was all about?
No, not a word.
Did he mention the man's name?
I heard him call him Paul.
Paul. About the seaman. You say you spoke to him when you first arrived?
That's right.
What did he look like?
Not bad. Except for his beard. Well, I don't like beards, do you? I'll tell you one thing I noticed about him that struck me as being queer. His hands. I always noticed a man's hands. His were nice clean fingernails. I remember I said to myself at the time, if you're a seaman, you must have scrubbed the decks with your feet.
Do you think his beard was a real one?
Oh, I couldn't say about that. They all look phony to me anyway. Well, I think that's all. You might mention to Mr. Southey from me that if he is thinking of writing a novel about this, I'd like a part in it.
You've got one. Thank you for everything.
Oh, don't mention it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello?
Tracy the Wickmaker, sir. Would you ever like it?
Would you step this way? What are you doing there?
I'm sorry I'm so late. I'll explain when I get back. I just rang to let you know I'm on my way.
Well, it's too late to start work now, then, sir.
You better have an early lunch and get back here about 1:30.
She did she? All right, Stevens. Good work. Oh, just a minute. Yes?
Cable coming in from the FBI now, sir.
All right, let me have it. Carry on, Stevens. Eh?
Aye. Do that. And let me have your report.
Linda's been busy this morning. She's been visiting Maisie.
What, in Riverwalk?
Aye. When she left, Stevens followed her to Tracy's the wigmaker. She overheard her cross-examining the assistant like a professional. It appears a man bought a beard there the day of the murder. I'd love to see Robert's face if Linda put us onto the murderer, eh?
FBI cable, sir.
Thank you. Oh, here's Fenton's history sheet. Listen to this, laddie. Fenton, well known here. Served 14 years petty larceny, blackmail, and participation in jewel hold-ups. Sentenced in Cincinnati, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, and Sing Sing. Believed to have had British associate. Disguise expert. This man still wanted, but disappeared 12 years ago. I think we'd best have that assistant along here.
Yes, I'll tell Stephen.
Have a word with Linda in the meantime. Find out why she went to Tracy's.
She's probably at Southle's flat by now.
What's wrong with that?
Well, she may not want Southlet to know she's been there. No harm in it, I suppose. I'll go along.
Nice of you to drop in.
I'm sorry, Robert.
Well, do you think you might offer some kind of excuse? What were you doing at Tracy's?
Making inquiries.
What about?
About a gentleman who bought a beard the day that Fenton was murdered.
Well, you quite finished looking like the cat who swallowed the canary. Perhaps you'd tell me what I had to infer from that.
He gave the name of George Dunn and said that he came from the Reptile players.
Alarming. Why not tell McDougal to go and arrest him immediately?
I telephoned them. They said they'd never heard of George Dunn. Don't you think that's rather odd?
No, Linda, I don't. And I'd be very grateful from now on if you'd attend to your work, instead of gallivanting all over London and poking your nose into things that don't concern you.
But it does concern me. You ridiculed my suggestion, and I want to prove that you're wrong. Hello, John.
Linda, I'd like to have a word with you.
Yes?
Are you alone?
No, Robertson. What is it?
Oh, I can't. Oh, I brought this along to show you.
Oh, is that all?
Yes, that's all. So you can keep it if you like.
Thanks. Yes, it may be useful. Well, what's the next move?
Until we find this seaman, there doesn't appear to be one.
It's quite an extraordinary case, I must say.
There's a very simple solution when we find it.
All solutions are simple, if you find them, Harrison.
Yes, I suppose they are.
Give my regards to Mac, will you? And ask him to give me a ring.
Yes, all right, thanks.
Isn't it vexing? If I saw him again, I'd know him in a flash. I can just see him now, quoting that little bit from Othello.
What little bit?
Oh, that the slave had 40,000 lives. One is too poor, too weak for my revenge.
Anything else?
Oh, he probably didn't know any more. He was obviously an amateur. London Reptile players. Bet they never even heard of him.
They haven't. We're checked up.
Really? Doesn't surprise me in the least.
Library?
Have you got a copy of Othello down there?
Hello, sir?
Shakespeare.
I think I have, sir.
All right, send it up to Inspector McDougal's office, will you?
So, you don't recognize him in any of these, Mr. Ray?
Clooney.
Here. There's another one for you. Do you mind looking at it any year?
No, certainly.
Very unreliable character.
Have you ever read a novel of Robert Southey's called Arise, Black Vengeance?
No, can't say I haven't.
The title's a quotation from Othello. Thank you, Solomon. Now, Act 3, I think it is. Yes. Oh, that the slave had 40,000 lives. One is too poor, too weak for my revenge. Arise, black vengeance from the hollow hell. Linda gave me the book to read. Started in the bus this morning. He completes the quotation here. Arise, black vengeance from the hollow hell. Our friend Robert seems very partial to Othello, doesn't he?
What makes you think there's any significance in that?
Hunch.
McDougal here. Yes, sir. Right away. The commissioner wants to see me. Hunches can be very deceptive things, laddie. They should be treated with extreme caution.
That's how I'm treating this one. One, please. No luck? No. Do you recognize him?
It's not unlike him. But he looked older than this.
I see.
Photographs are always deceptive, aren't they? I take a very bad one myself.
I dare say. Well, how about this beard you sold him? Could you let me see another one like it?
Yes. I think we've got one almost identical.
Good. Let me have it, will you? I'll send someone round to the shop.
I'd like to know what this man is supposed to have done.
Well, confidentially, he's stolen the crown jewel.
Oh? I see.
Good afternoon.
Has McDougal telephoned at all this morning?
No. There's a note from the bank, Robert. You drew out £500 the other day.
Oh, what about it?
Use your current account rather low.
Yes, I was going to make a deposit on a car, but I changed my mind.
Why didn't you do it by cheque?
Linda,
Yes, Robert.
ever since you came back from that ridiculous expedition yesterday, you've done nothing but ask a lot of damn silly questions or talk in monosyllables. Well?
Robert, how did you know about Fenton's past before you read the cable from the FBI?
What do you mean?
You gave Clinton in the novel the same crime sheet as Fenton. I've got it here. Yes, here it is. Clinton was a man.
Yes, I remember. As a matter of fact, McDougal telephoned me when the cable arrived. I didn't take much notice of it, so I probably put that down subconsciously. Well, not suggesting that I knew Fenton, I suppose.
Robert, this is something that worries me very much. The assistant in Tracy's described the man who bought that beard. He was a bit vague, but the description was like you.
It was probably like 50,000 other people.
To anybody else, Robert. Not to me.
I wouldn't take anything that fathead told you very seriously, Linda.
You've met him.
I? Oh, no, of course not I. I heard him on the telephone and drew my own conclusions.
Last Tuesday, do you remember that man telephoning you? He was an American, wasn't he? Did you know Fenton when you were in America?
Intimately.
Oh, Robert, please be serious.
But I've told you I knew him intimately. We used to hold up trains together every Saturday afternoon. On one occasion, we kidnapped the President of the United States. We gave him back again because he talked too much. Why don't you unburden yourself to Inspector McDougal? Or have you already done so? Have you?
No.
Anything I said about Fenton's past was fortuitous. I'm surprised at you, Linda. I'll tell you what we'll do to put your mind at ease. I'll take you to the country this afternoon. If we get there before 2, we might run into Mrs. Green.
What has Mrs. Green to do with it?
Well, she'll be able to tell you if I was there at the cottage the day Fenton was killed.
He was killed at night.
I was there in the afternoon. I stayed there. The car was in the village garage until the morning. What do you say? Shall we go?
All right. You were broadcast tonight, Robert. You haven't finished preparing it.
Oh, we can do that at the cottage.
Sir?
Stevens, come here a minute, will you?
There you go, sir.
Darkroom, Harrison speaking. It won't be long now, sir. Not bad for a composite, John. Let's have it for this driver.
Very good, sir. Oh, Stevens. You know London Court, Connaught Square? Yes, I wanted to go there right away. Do you know Mr. Robert Southly besides? Oh, yes. Report his movements. If he goes out, follow him. Very good, sir.
They're ready in a few minutes, sir.
Othello. That character's going to make us the laughing stock of the police force.
Well, maybe, sir.
There's not a stitch of real evidence. You appreciate that.
All the same.
There's not even an established motive.
Blackmail, sir?
Based on the flimsiest supposition that Robert was Fenton's British accomplice. No proof of that whatsoever.
I know it's all pretty circumstantial, sir.
Apart from the fact that Fenton got out of a taxi at Connaught Square the night before he was murdered, what have I got? Robert was once an actor, and he might have been the man that bought the beard at Tracy's. He might have been. Supposing he was. That doesn't prove anything.
Well, it all depends on the boarding house people now, doesn't it, sir? Didn't have much luck with Mr. Clooney, but if they recognize him...
I have to recognize him.
Shall we go?
Good afternoon. Mr. Salford's just coming in, Mrs. Green.
We didn't expect to see you down so soon, sir. Have you had lunch?
All right, we can fix something. You know my secretary.
Oh, yes.
Mrs. Green, the last time I was down here on,
Tuesday, sir?
Tuesday afternoon, wasn't it?
That's right, sir.
Did I leave a briefcase behind?
Yes, I put it in the drawer for you. I tried to catch you that morning before you went away.
Thanks.
Oh, be right, sir, now.
Satisfied?
Did you see anybody else after Mrs. Green had left?
Yes, the man who picked up the car.
What time was that?
About 8:30. I worked on it till midnight.
The fire's always set. Would you like me to put a match to it?
No, thanks.
Oh, well, I'll be toddling off. You won't be here in the morning, I suppose, sir?
We're going back tonight.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You still think I murdered Fenton? I'll go. Oh, Mr. Fern.
Good afternoon, Mr. Southey. I'm so sorry to trouble you.
Not at all. Won't you come in?
Well, I won't stay if you don't mind. I left my door ajar.
Well, what can we do for you?
Heaven knows what you'll think of me. I'm afraid I've been guilty of sheer piracy.
Oh?
Yes, it goes back to last Tuesday when you came down for an hour or two. I found myself without a single drop of paraffin for my bedside reading lamp, you know. Always use paraffin. Well, I came and knocked at your door about 10 o'clock, and not a sound. So I thought you must have gone back. I said to Martha, I don't think he'd mind. So, if you can believe the audacity of me, I popped into your garage and helped myself. Well, anyway, here we are, returned with many thanks, and no harm done. No harm done, I hope.
None at all. Thank you.
You did leave.
I shouldn't waste your sympathy on Fenton. He got what he deserved.
Can't imagine you're killing anybody unless he did.
There's no need for the police to know, unless you tell them. Are you going to tell them?
They'll find out sooner or later, Robert.
Oh, no, they won't. I'm in the clear.
That's what you thought before Mr. Fern called. Maybe they won't think of questioning him. But there'll always be something. Either you or I might say something by accident. Tell them, Robert. It'll be better if you do.
Do you think I'm going to throw my life away on a rat like Fenton? He was blackmailing me. Do you realize what that meant?
What was he blackmailing you for?
I met him in the States several years ago. I was broke, and he introduced me to a gang. I helped him with several jobs, and got out while the going was good. Fenton was caught. That'd look nice if it came out, wouldn't it?
Tell them, Robert. It's your only chance. Tell them what Fenton was doing. No one has any sympathy with a blackmailer.
No one has sympathy with a murderer.
Robert.
If I don't tell them, what will you do?
I don't know. I can't stay with you. Go on working for you. Wondering whether something I might do might throw suspicion on you.
All right. I'll go and see McDougal tonight. I'll take the train, and you can drive me to the station. Then come back and arrange to close up the cottage and see Mrs. Green in the morning.
Robert.
Yes?
All right.
Yes, that's him.
That's him, all right.
Thank you.
I knew I'd recognise him if I saw that beard again.
Have you caught him yet?
No, not yet.
Yes. Good to see you, Inspector.
And over here. Aye.
Where did you get the photo?
Out of a book.
A book? What book?
Right. Thank you, Stevens. He left for the country at 2 o'clock.
Alone?
No. Belinda. And best not waste time.
The what book?
One of Robert Southey's.
Oh,
Hurry.
Good evening, Mr. Southey. Right on time.
Robert.
I'm sorry, Linda.
It's all right. You scared me for a moment. You caught the train. How did you get back?
At the Whistle Halt, a couple of miles up the line. That's where I boarded the train the night I killed Fenton. I got off there when I came back to the cottage. You see, that's my alibi. No one saw me. If Mr. Fern is questioned, I shall tell him I was asleep and didn't hear him knock. The porter at the railway station will tell them I got on the train. I asked him the time, remember? You're the only one who knows, Linda. They won't think of questioning me as long as you're not there to help them. But for you, it was a perfect crime.
No, Robert, no.
You've got a lot to lose, Linda. risk of detection is not vested solely in the act of murder. It can be anywhere between the remote event that inspired it and the hazardous task of its concealment after it has been committed. The case of the unsolved murder is never closed. However perfect the crime, there will always remain a fear of the unpredictable. The slip of the tongue that will reveal him, or the trick of fate that may destroy with one blow the whole web of deception with which the murderer thought he'd eluded justice. Good night. All right, Mac.
You have been listening to Robert Southey in the last of his series of talks, The Mind of the Murder.